treat that
See,
I
this I
can't
never heard of
remember
that.
who gave them to him or what they were specifically, but they were eating this stuff that was made from pumpkin as they were recording the album, and one of them said it was horrible, and I think it was Roland that said, "Well, it's better than raw," and it ended up meaning it's better than raw pumpkin, and it
Oh.
ended up becoming the album title because they thought it was funny. And
Well, I actually
we
know
all
where
know
the
they're jokesters.
I know where the album covered the
It's Gargamel.
yes, that's exactly
Yes.
what I read.
Sure. And we're going to start the show already just like that.
It's time for Rat Salad Review!
Welcome to Rat Cell Review. We are doing Better Than Raw, and Greg just gave us the down low on why it's called Better Than Raw. And yeah, I don't remember that, but thank you for.
Yeah, not a problem. I wish I would have looked up the story and reread some of the liner notes online again, but I figured you being the Helloween expert, you would have known.
No, I forget everything. What do I know, right?
Yeah.
Just that my favorite band, I should know everything about it. Just like, you knew everything about Corner, yet I get to my favorite band and I don't know shit.
Well,
How
to
much
be
of a fan
fair,
are you, Wayne?
I did have less material and whatnot to work with than you do. Helloween has quite a few more albums than.
Yeah, that is true. There's a lot to remember. A lot of members leaving the band, a lot of albums, and just a lot of shit going on. But we get to Better Than Raw. Again, one of my favorite album covers, just not because the girl on there, but I also have it on my ceiling. A big flag. I don't know if you can see it. See that?
Oh, cool.
I have a flag. Pretty cool.
Right above the air mattress.
Yeah. I didn't want to say that, but yeah, that's where it is. Right above the air mattress. So yeah, I love the drawings on here. Actually, no, this is not Frederick's drawings. This is another guy. I don't know what his name is, though. His last name is Laws. But they used a different artist for all this artwork. And again, some of my favorite pumpkin drawings on here as well. Some really cool stuff. Artwork.
Yes, the pumpkins look a lot cooler than the original Smurfs.
Yeah, they make them look a lot more sinister.
Yeah, they're a lot more evil looking. They look more realistic in a way on this. So it's really
More
cool.
metal.
Yeah.
And
also,
it fits the album really well.
Oh, yeah, I think so too. Also, too, the thing I hold right in my hand right here, this is the first time it was released on vinyl. There was a bootleg going around for like a very long time, and it's going for like over $300, probably more by now. But they finally re-released this, made a reissue of it on vinyl.
Yep, I just ordered one.
Yep, 2016. So, but on this album, they went back to a lot of the equipment they used on Walls of Jericho. See, that I remember because I remember reading that. Which I can kind of hear a lot of the Walls of Jericho sound on this album. What about you guys?
You can. It's definitely has that speed sound to it, but they also incorporate some thrash elements and even some elements of black metal in a certain songs on here. And this is my favorite out of the Darius era altogether.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, this is a total classic. I like it just as much as Walls of Jericho and Keeper Part 2. But I love how their sound evolved with this. I love how they took Helloween to the next level. It's just awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So fresh and heavy, and it's got a little bit of a darker element to it, which they would expand on more on the next one, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah.
But they're just really firing on all cylinders here, and I don't dislike a single song. I love this whole album.
Oh, wow. Really? All right. I can name a few I don't like. But,
there's definite filler tracks.
Yeah.
I mean, there is on albums you get with most bands, and
Of
definitely with Helloween, but they all work so well on here. While there's lesser songs, I wouldn't skip anything, I guess I should say. But I can't say it's a perfect album, but it would get a very high rating.
Oh, yeah. I just love the sound of this album so much. It's just very heavy. Those guitars are like really crunchy on here. And even the drum sound, it's just awesome. Just everything on this whole album is awesome. Again, The band really gelled a lot on this album. They really grew a lot too. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say my favorite drum performance of his is on the last one, but my
Right.
favorite drum sound of his is on
Yeah.
this one.
Exactly. Yep. I think so too. Now, Lou, again, first time hearing this album.
Yes, it is.
What are we thinking?
3 albums in a row of perfection. The trifecta, score, the goat, the bee's knees, the rope a dope into a knockout punch. It's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, this album sucks. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
No, I loved it. I mean, 3 perfect albums in a row, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I think so too.
My standards must be very low, I guess. I don't know.
No, I'm probably a little bit more nitpicky with some of it because I'm not the biggest power metal fan, and I do like both of the previous ones, but yeah, not enough where I think any of them are perfect. But
Fair enough.
all very good, just
Yeah.
not perfect.
Well, they did 3 successful albums back to back.
3 excellent albums.
Yeah.
2 of them, just as much classics as the Hanson era, Time
Right,
of the Oath, and this one, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, those first 3 albums, they through the Keepers 1 and 2, those 3 are pretty much flawless, and they get to these last 3, and those are pretty much flawless too,
Yep.
in a way. But yeah, so I think they're great. And then the way this whole album started out with that instrumental thing. I'm like, holy shit, that's one of the coolest things I heard them start off an album with.
Yeah.
And
You know what's one of the craziest things I heard about that?
what?
The band Hanson, Mbop.
Yeah.
Apparently, they have been known to use this as an introduction as their entrance to their concerts.
Really?
That's what I read on Wikipedia, but I don't think you could believe
well,
everything you read on Wikipedia.
Check
Yeah,
your
I don't know about
sources,
that.
buddy.
But
I don't know about that one.
You never know. That's kind of random though. So why would it?
I don't know, but if Hanson does that, then Mbop's okay by me.
I'll have to check
No,
on
it's
YouTube
not.
and see if there's.
I'm surprised Wayne doesn't like it. It's not too much far away from Windmill.
Ooh, them's fighting words. That's a pillow fight in my neighborhood.
This is
Wait, my neighborhood. The
This
cases
is,
are off.
some sad news. When we're done with this album, this is Greg's last show.
Ooh,
Oh, you say that now.
try.
Wait a minute, who are we gonna get to continue on to the Helloween discography with us?
I might be an old host.
Don't say it. No.
I know some of them aren't doing anything. So anyway, album starts off with a really great instrumental thing. It almost reminds me of something like if you're gonna go to like the Bat Cave. It's like you're gonna hear that going to the deep woods and head to the cave. So pretty cool. But I really do not like Push.
Really?
Musically, yes.
Wow.
When those vocals come in and it's got that echoing thing on there and it's just him and you can't tell what he's saying. It's just like, "Ah!" I'm like, all right, I don't like that.
I'll give you that. That is a little awkward. It doesn't bother me enough to where I dislike the song, but yes, that does have a very strange sound to it, and
Yeah.
I really don't care for whatever effects they might have used on his voice there.
Yeah,
But still a good song.
yeah, musically it's a good song, but I usually skip this song. I go right to the next song.
Mhm.
Lou, what do you like Push?
I do. I was just like, how do they have 3 killer album openers in a row? So, I am definitely the odd man out here. Okay.
No, that's cool. I mean, it's interesting to see that we all had different tastes and different.
I mean, I
reasons
get
for
what you're
liking
saying
something.
about the production quality of it, but it didn't bother me at all.
I like the production quality. I just don't like those effects that they use on his voice.
That's what I was referring to.
But Falling High is a much better song. It sounds more put together. The vocals fit very well. Really great chorus. It's just an awesome song. I couldn't see that starting off the album, but it's a really great second track in there. Greg, what do you think about Falling Higher?
That's a great song. I agree with you. Definitely not an album opener, but it carries it on very well, and it's very aggressive, and I love the guitar work on it. But it's got some catchy choruses too, like classic Helloween did, and it's just a really well put together song.
Yeah. Wow. Can we make him spit that out?
Sorry, I'm very dehydrated.
Well,
My comment
I could have if we were still talking about Master of the Rings, I could have told him to ding a ding my dong.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Secret
It might-
alibi, everybody.
It might come short, but it might come long.
Regarding Falling Higher, if I had joined the band and Master of the Ring and I got to this point, I might need an oxygen tank. I mean, full blast.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hey Lord, I believe that's the no, that's not I'm wrong. That's not the first single. I think it's the second single of the album, but probably my favorite song off of this whole thing. Really catchy. I like how it's just kind of like a laid back song in a way. It's a little religious in a way, but I just love it. I think it's an awesome song from start to end.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Greg.
The religious aspects of it don't really bother me like they seem to a lot of people, which is funny because when I tell people shit like that, they're always shocked. They're like, "Oh, but you like so much evil stuff." It's like, well, one, I don't even believe in the fucking devil, so why the hell would I be offended to begin with? But like,
Right.
as long as you're not shoving it in my face, I really don't care if it's Slayer or if it's Trouble. They're both great
Right.
bands.
If the songs are good, what
You
the
know?
hell does it matter what the subject is about?
But I love how this album is sequenced, and this comes in at the perfect time where it's a bit more of a melodic mid-paced rocker, but
Yeah.
it works perfectly to move the album along, and it's a great song on top
Yeah.
of that. And
Oh,
I
my-
really like his soulful vocals on this too.
Yeah. And then my favorite part in the whole thing is where right in the middle of the song, I think it's in the solo section where it kind of like slows down and like kind
Yes.
of pauses for like a little second and then it gets back into that slow build up. One of my favorite parts. Lou?
I agree.
I thought it was a very good mid-paced rocker. In reference to the whole religious aspect, I think at the time, Waike, did I pronounce it right?
Sure. Whatever.
What is it?
Wycliffe.
Wycliffe, thank you.
Mikey likes it.
Stated that he and other members of the band were Catholic, so I think Uli was the only one that really wasn't that religious. So hey, it's a good song. Who cares if you believe in it or not? Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, even Keeper of the Seven Keys, the song has stuff to do with religion. So
Yeah.
But
They
they're
always
more
had-
faith-based than religion. I mean,
Right.
I think there's a
Well,
difference. They could be
And
exclusive.
so does the Time of the Oath. I mean, it goes
Yeah,
through
yeah,
the
yeah.
Faust story.
Yeah, they've
making a deal
always
with the
had it.
devil, you know?
They've always had it in their music. Don't Spit on My Mind. This is the song where it kind of starts dipping again a little bit for me. I like the song, then again, I don't like the song. I'm always kind of a toss up on this one. A little slow, a little kind of wonky, but it's still a decent song.
Agreed.
It's
Look.
decent, but honestly, when I listened to this the 3 different times, the last time I listened to this, I skipped this track.
Yeah.
It's a little wonky in the way the chorus follows. I don't quite know how to explain it, but his voice doesn't sound quite on time or on meter with what the melody is doing, and it's weird.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it's nothing special. It's almost kind of a filler track.
Yeah. Coolest part though, again, is the solo section where the band does like a little build up thing and the guitars are doing something over that. And
That's one reason why I like every song on this record in some way. The solo sections are always awesome.
yeah.
Uli's always doing something crazy on the drums during the build up. It's just put together so well that way.
What do you think about Don't Spit on My Mind, Lou?
No, I
Same
just
thing.
said that I agreed with what you stated before. I really don't have anything to add to it. I mean, it was good.
Revelations. This song kind of started off like, I don't really like it, but then it got to be really awesome. Especially again in that solo section where the band just like goes off really, like into that fast speed on there. And I think Roland Grappow is probably the shining moment or guitar player on this whole entire album, really.
I agree. And I love this song. Actually, with the build up of it and then how the solos go and just how great the solos are, reminds me of Power Slave, the song, actually. Yeah. One of their most maidenish moments, but it works great for them here.
Yeah. Lou.
The epic track of the album, and it didn't disappoint me at all. My one word for it, though, Meshuggah-ween. There was a part though in the song that was very almost Meshuggah-ish, but I loved it, and I actually think this is in my top 3. So,
very cool. Yeah, now you say Meshuggah, and that's what I know what section you're talking about.
I haven't
Time.
listened to that band since high school.
Yeah. You're not missing anything.
I'm a fan. Sorry.
Of course you are.
I like it.
Of
I
course you
mean,
do.
I listen to Alan Holdsworth religiously. Why wouldn't I like Meshuggah?
The second half of the album ends with the song "Time." Kind of brings the album down a bit. It's I guess you can call it a ballad type song. Probably actually it is. It's the only ballad on this one. It's okay.
Yes, and it's a great ballad, I think.
Oh, you like this
My
one? Huh?
favorite Halloween ballad so far.
It's a little
Yeah, because
repetitive.
it's kind of a heavy ballad. Yeah, that's the only downside to it. It repeats itself a little too much, and it's another case where they could have cut a few seconds from it. But
Yeah.
overall, I really like the song. Really, the only one I would skip on here sometimes is "Don't Spit on My Mind."
Yeah. Lou, it's his
Um,
favorite song off the album.
no, I haven't gotten to that yet. But I will say it is an enjoyable mid-pace rocker. I mean, they have some good ones on here. Not the greatest, but enough that I could say that I enjoyed it, and not enough to take away that for me it's 3 perfect albums in a row. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's not terrible. But the first single, man, when I heard this song, I was like, holy shit. Helloween is like, I topped that last album that they did so much that this song, I listened to this song so just over and over and over again. I think I even put it on my cell phone at the time as my ringtone or something. I love this song so much. Just a great song. Everything is so catchy about it. I just nothing else I can really say. It's just a really catchy, almost like a "I Want Out"-ish type of song, like an updated
Oh, it's
version of
right
"I
up
Want
there
Out."
with "I Want Out." Yeah.
It's exactly what I said about it. I said it was the sister song to I Want Out.
Yeah, I think.
And it's my second favorite track on the album.
Cool. Yeah, really great song. Greg,
Well, I just
agree with me?
agree with
All right,
what
good.
you guys said.
I don't
There's
know.
nothing else I can add.
I will continue. A Handful of Pain, another really great song, very heavy song actually. Yeah, I can't really say nothing else about this song, but it's almost like I Can, just a heavier version of it, and very catchy, powerful song. What do you guys like? Think about this song?
Love the heaviness. Fucking crushes. Go ahead, Lou.
Nope, no, I was pointing number one song on the album for me.
Oh, number one song. All right, cool. Yeah, no, I love that chorus. That's just an awesome chorus.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Greg. Please continue.
No, that's okay. It's my favorite song too, so that's all I was gonna say.
Oh wow!
Hey, we agreed on something. There you go. Da, da,
No,
da,
I like
da,
it.
da,
The
da.
rhythms, the rhythm section especially, it almost gets a little quasi death metal-ish here. I dig it.
Very cool. I'm just realizing something that's not right here. All right.
What's that?
I'll have to look at something. A song that's on here, but I don't think it's on the original album. I'll get to it. Say after this one, Lav. I can never pronounce this song.
Laudate Dominum.
Thank you. I love the music, and I actually love that it's not in English. I wish it kind of was in English because I would understand a little bit better. But I think it's a really cool song. It's a quirky, catchy, Halloween happy type song. I think it's really good. I enjoy this one.
They do happy very well.
They do. They do happy very well. When they get the evil sounding, they kind of don't do it very well. But happy is their happy place.
Well, yeah, it's power metal. It's whimsical.
Halloween's not whimsical. God damn it!
All power metal sounds whimsical.
And
because
I
of what
would
they
never
do with the
really.
guitars.
If it's good enough for Ren fairs, it's whimsical.
That's not good enough for a rent fair. But what do you think?
I
What
like
do you guys
stuff
think?
like Sepultura by Schizophrenia, you know, where it signifies a demon coming out of the jungle. That's never going to happen to a Halloween record.
You never know.
Yeah.
We've
Well,
got
did this
19
particular
albums.
song right here, you might get a unicorn to sneeze, but, I mean, not that it's a terrible song. It's not dark whatsoever. Yeah.
Unicorns aren't real. All right. So what do you think about this song?
It's not really a bad song. I kind of wish it was a B-side though, because I think it screws up the momentum of the album a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like where it's placed, but I do think it's a good classic Halloween song. It's just out of place on the record.
Yeah, I can see that. What about you, Lou?
My fourth favorite song on the record.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I love the churchy vibe that goes along with it. So
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
If they
this
ended
is-
the album with it, I think it would have worked better. Actually, kind of a light coming out of the dark type thing almost.
Yeah, I could almost see that switched off with the next and final song. Yeah, I could agree with you on that.
what is your next and final song? Because I'm very confused.
On
It
my,
should be Midnight Sun.
Midnight Sun,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay, all right.
That's
So
what I got.
I'm not going
which
crazy.
is tied for first favorite song from here.
Yeah, all
Or
right.
number
No,
one favorite.
I knew that was the final song, but on this vinyl they added "Back on the Ground" as after as before Midnight Sun, so that
Yeah.
threw me completely off.
I had the same problem because what the hell was I gonna say? Oh, so I ordered it when I found out they finally did an official press of it, but it came with a free digital download. So I listened to that, and then as I was, because this is one I always have liked a lot.
Yeah.
When I was listening to it though, that song came on, and I'm like, that's something's not
Yeah,
right about
it don't
this.
belong there.
So
Yeah.
I went and I'm looking through my hard drive. I'm like, no, yeah, Midnight Sun's the last track, and that isn't on there. And yeah, that confused the hell out of me at first, though.
Yeah, no, it just confused me too because I'm like, wait a minute, and I'm thinking maybe I'm thinking of a different song, but yeah, so that's just added onto the vinyl version. But it ends with Midnight Sun, and that song again, I can give or take that song. I don't know what
What?
it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's got a cool
I
chorus.
think
but
you should give up your Halloween fan credentials.
I
Dude,
should.
this is one of my top 10 Halloween songs, Midnight Sun. I
Really?
love this track.
Killer ender to a killer album.
Yeah.
That's a good ending. Just something about it. I don't
I
know
mean,
what
it's
it is.
thrashing. The guitars are awesome. It's fucking heavy.
It's the
just
most
rips,
awesome
man. The
breakup
drum
song I
work
ever
is
heard.
Great. Yeah. It's the Scorpions taken to a more aggressive level. It's awesome.
Well, I'm glad you guys like it so much, and I'm glad I'm wrong. That makes me feel good.
I'm honestly really shocked you didn't like it because with how catchy the chorus is and how well it blends in with everything else, I really thought you'd be on the same page as Lou and I with this one. So I actually find that pretty interesting.
You know what it is?
For different folks.
I don't like how the song starts, and then they do that.
Really?
Yeah, they do that in like another spot of the song, maybe at the end of the song too. But yeah, there's a couple parts in there I don't really care for.
Okay.
It's not terrible. It's not not a terrible song, but yeah, it's not one of my favorites. But what about the bonus track? Since we've done that with every album that we've done so far, I mean, we talked about Back on the Ground. That one's okay.
I
That
thought
one's
it had
okay, but it definitely is a B-side. I really didn't like that in the running order of the album.
Right?
I
No,
have to
it
say.
does, especially where they put it. No, it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
it has sort of a deep purple vibe to it that I like.
It does. It made me think of Pictures of Home by them, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But another bonus track on here that I really liked and was actually on the I Can't single was A Game We Shouldn't Play. I listened to that thing nonstop.
Killer track.
That song I like a lot.
Yeah. I think that song should have been on the album.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That would have been the one I threw on at the end instead of the other
Right.
one, for
Yeah.
sure.
It definitely would have fit a lot better. But one of the most funniest titles that I've ever seen, Moshi Moshi Shiki no Uta. It's just a drum cover. Not a drum cover, just a drum thing there. And they did Perfect Gentleman live. So that is the end of Better Than Raw. And like we all said, perfect trifecta, like Lou says. Probably my I'm going to say it's probably my favorite Helloween album out of all of them.
Out of all of them.
Out of all
Wow.
of them. Yeah, it's just the production is really
I would
awesome.
put it
Guitars
even
crunchy.
with Walls of Jericho, but Walls of Jericho was so important during my formative years. I really can't pick one over the other.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I have that special bond with Walls of Jericho's too, but I don't know, just the way that this album just sounds and how the band is really functioning
Production
with
and
each other
clarity
and
wise, definitely
Yeah.
goes to Better Than Raw.
yeah, I think so too. And yeah, it's just an awesome album. And if you haven't heard that song yet or that album yet, then please do yourself a favor and listen to that album because it'll probably be your favorite Halloween album too. It's
It probably
very
will be, and
modern sounding as well.
Well, I would even recommend this to people that aren't really fans of power
Right.
metal because it's really not all that much a power metal album.
Right.
It's really more thrashier than it is anything else. And fans of just heavy metal in general, I think anyone would enjoy this. I mean, this is like a universal album for them.
Right.
They're
Mhm.
still the kings of power metal on it, but the way they evolved the band and their sound to incorporate these other elements in such a perfect way here is just flat out amazing. This is one of the best efforts by any band.
Yeah, I think so too.
Uh,
But
Definitely good stuff.
can they stay at that pace on the next album? We will find out on next episode. Lou, where can we find you?
You can find me over at musicisLifepodcast.com. There you can link to every episode and you can watch every YouTube video. There's links there everywhere. But I will say this though. Albums like this are very influential on metal albums of the future, including one that came out recently, which you can now purchase on CD. And that is an album by Project Resurrect called False Reality.
Here it is, right here. And you
I'm
can buy it.
s-
What?
I'm so disappointed in you that you didn't even think to push your new album. I had to do it for you.
I was
Fuck
getting
you,
to
pay
it.
me.
I was letting
well,
you.
he remembered the first 3 times.
I didn't even get
give
to
him a
the
break.
I was getting there. I
Sorry,
was
just
letting you go first.
oh, okay. Well,
Trying
I
to be a good
segue
host.
to you.
God, dude, you're whining like a kid that dropped a cupcake on the ground. Get that note out of your voice. Let you go first.
They don't like me anymore. It's my bad. My bad.
Purposely
I'm
doing that. I
telling-
don't talk like that. I don't talk like
I'm
Project-
How about embarrassing?
that. ProjectResurrect.bandcamp.com. And actually, on the back of the CD, if you buy it, I list all of our websites, even the Rat Salad Review website on there. I didn't put yours on there, though.
That's all good. But listen, I can't speak enough good praises of this album. And I'm not saying this because Wayne's my buddy. I'm saying it because it's a good fucking metal record.
It is. Greg doesn't like it, though. But
while it's not the type of music I generally enjoy the most, it is a good album.
and if Greg says it's a good album, then it's a good album. So go buy it. And we will see you tomorrow with the next album, Metal Jukebox.
Damn, I thought The Dark Ride was next. I always forget about
I did too.
Metal
I forgot
Jukebox.
about Metal Jukebox myself. Actually, it's the one album they did not release on record officially, so I don't have that vinyl.
Probably too many royalties they would have to pay. But who knows?
Who knows? Maybe one day. But we will see you then, and that's it. Bye.
Go. Peace.
Peace.
What?